The project Jerry and I created is called Historical Thinking and Writing, and it's a semester-long course as opposed to an actual just digital assignment. And it's a project-oriented course that works students through the various steps of engaging with and creating their own digital project that emphasizes historical writing and the process of historical thinking.
So we were hoping that at the end of the projects, students would both have increased writing skills, increased critical thinking skills, and through the process develop historical thinking skills. So they would practice historical thinking and writing again and again and again over the course of the semester.
We wanted students to be able to identify historical narratives kind of out in the world, and so we started them off by looking at museum exhibits that were available online to kind of give them a sense of what those look like. So we wanted students to be able to identify, find them themselves, and then evaluate them. What are they saying? What are they trying to say? Where are the holes? Where are the gaps? What kinds of evidence or sources are they using? What are they not using?
It's easier for students to start with an argument that already exists, and kind of parsing something out there is easier, or helps you identify how to construct your own argument then, because you're constructing in response to something else. So you're seeing something outside of yourself that you're then responding to. One of the challenges we faced in constructing this course was that of scope, trying to make sure that we weren't packing too much into the course than could be accomplished reasonably by the students. And that's an interesting balance to struggle with when you want students to really engage with the ideas. You need to give them enough work and material so that they are actively constructing the history and actively learning, but not too much so that they can't accomplish it or they become confused in the sea of things that they're supposed to be doing. Our approach to overcoming this challenge was to do multiple drafts as we were coming up with things and continually scoping things down. We also thought about our own workload in teaching these things, and so that was a good thing to look to. If we asked for too many papers, we would be spending all of our time grading, and so that kind of helped keep things in balance. Their work was also our work, so we could find a happy medium in between.
It helped to start without a content area in mind. We started with what kind of skills we wanted students to be able to get at the end. I mean, there's a lot of talk about starting with the learning outcomes, but we really did start with the learning outcomes and worked backwards for that. And then it really does force you to think a lot about what students are going to take away from the class as opposed to what information or knowledge you want them to take away from the class.
For us, the question of writing and seeing a need for some real focused attention to writing in history and writing as a means of developing historical thinking was a big motivating factor. So we really wanted to tackle that problem, which is why we constructed the course the way we did. The other thing is you will always dream bigger than you can accomplish. So you shouldn't worry about that going in. Dive in, and then you can always rein it back as you go.